are starting here the influence of the internet and relations that people develop in communicating through the internet, and is very much changing the way that people interact. In some ways for the better, and with some problems as well.
Thanks.
Anybody else? Yes.
Sir, can you suggest me what is the difference between Indian student and American student? I know that about in American student, above or below 20 years, he get job opportunity, but in India, the student above 30 or 35, he can't achieve our goal. Or what is the difference between Indian student and American student? This sir.
Well, that, if I understood your statement, it is true there are more job opportunities in the United States. But I think that the opportunity to develop businesses, to be entrepreneurs, that is for people to start their own businesses and develop new. I think this school is an example of somebody starting and developing a new program instead of waiting to get a job from someone else. And so, entrepreneurial initiative, and the principal qualification there, aside from imagination and desire, is the ability to develop trustworthy relations with people who sincerely want to work together and do their jobs well. And so I think that the culture in India is improving in terms of people's reliability and honesty. But that there are many opportunities to create businesses, perform functions in India, and to not just to go to apply to some big organization or small organization, but for people, especially for friends, to come together and make their own businesses.
Can you suggest, sir? Can you suggest in a student of India to promote our opportunity such as job or self-business?
Well, I think that has to come from the individual's knowledge of his own abilities and skills, and what he feels his contribution can be to the society. Where can you do the most good for yourself and others by what is, and ultimately to an extent one can say inspiration from God to what is my place in the world, and how can I best express my place in the world, and hopefully friends and family will support your best ideas for yourself and the community. That's a hope.
I want to know about what is the basic difference between syllabus of Indian classes and syllabus of American classes.
I don't think that it's possible to generalize too much, but I think, and and many of the syllabuses in the books, as I've seen, are influenced in India, are influenced by, especially in English language, by what is syllabus in other countries. And so I was just reading a book on teaching civics, and the author said that the original meaning of curriculum is a race course, and that is a curriculum is the course that a student runs to develop his personality, and so that everything that the school can provide that makes you a better person is part of the curriculum. So at different subjects, when I came in, I asked, what subjects are you learning? I didn't get an answer, but so the syllabus, I don't know in detail the syllabus of various classes, courses in India or in many places in the United States.
Inspector sir, I am myself Prasanna Kumar. I come from Goan, Bihar. My question is, what is the difference between political parties in India and American political party? Which are good political parties in India and American political parties?
I think that both American and Indian politics suffer from ignorance, and that often people vote the way they root for their favorite cricket team or something like this, without thinking about, or else, thinking what's best for their team and their particular prejudices and ideas. So I'm interested in the evolution of Indian village society, that the idea that Gandhi promoted of Swaraj villages, that villages develop their own culture, and as I was saying yesterday, that if the police are necessary in a village, then there's a problem in the village. The village should be able to handle its own conflicts, ideally, so I think in the United States, many people pay too much attention on the national politics, who is the president, and they don't even know who is the mayor of their own town. And for people to pay attention to where they can have a positive influence. And so if you're in a village or a small town, what you think, if you can demonstrate it well, is important. It can change the community. So that's.
Anybody else?
Good morning.
My name is Lakshmi. I'm from Grove, and my question, I would like to ask you about the culture and tradition practiced in America. Would you like to tell us about that?
Culture and tradition. Well, of course, there are many cultural influences, people coming to the United States from many areas, and
Excuse me. The listener is he's getting late.
okay.
So just try to finish.
I will finish this question. So the principles of the founding of the United States, the Constitution, I think, are quite important in people's minds, and often the pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness of the individual is sometimes taken too far. And we could learn something from Indian cultures and traditions.
Sir, I want to know what are the religions and festivals practiced there.
Well, there are whatever people bring their religion is, of course, there, and one thing among Christianity, which is, I think, the most common of the people who say they have a religion, there are many, many different kinds. And in one small town, you can find many different kinds of churches. And but there are many different religions represented, and new ones are being created.
Sir, name any church which is very famous there, where people go and have some faith.
Yeah, so there are many, and in some areas of the country, people are less interested in existing religions and want to find their own versions of spirituality and spiritual experience. So people are groups are creating together their own forms of meditation and prayer. There is some discontent with the old religious traditions.